All right, what is up, you guys? Happy Saturday. This is my name is Brian, and I am here with my WWE SummerSlam Night 1 recapping what went down just a little while ago at SummerSlam, at Night 1 of SummerSlam 2025. And all I can say is, what a what an ending to the show. This is now in what is being called the ruse of the century, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. But to open the show, the opening contest of the show of Night 1 of SummerSlam was a tag team match with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso taking on the powerhouses Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And my thoughts on this match, I thought this was a really good, solid tag team match. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed really showed something. You may not like them, you may not like them as a team, but they really showed something in this tag team match against Roman and Jey Uso, against Roman Reigns and main event Jey Uso. But in the end, it was Roman Reigns and Jey Uso picking up the win after a hard-fought back-and-forth match where Roman Reigns on two occasions took the bullet for Jey, and the second time was near the end of the match when Braun Breaker was looking to hit a spear on Jey in the ring. Roman pushed Jey out of the way and took the spear from Braun Breaker. Then Bronson Reed would get taken out with a spear by Jey Uso following a super kick, and then it was the Uso splash that finished off Bronson Reed for the 1-2-3, as Roman Reigns and main event Jey Uso were victorious at SummerSlam. We have new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, as they won this evening against Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez of the Judgment Day. This matchup was okay. There was a bit of miscommunication near the end of the match when Charlotte was getting set up. I think Charlotte was getting set up for something by Raquel, and then Alexa Bliss came in and was gonna hit Raquel, but Raquel got pulled out of the way by Roxanne, and Alexa wound up hitting Charlotte, and we thought that they thought the match was going to be over. But in the end, Alexa Bliss hit a Sister Abigail DDT on Roxanne after Charlotte took out Raquel with a big boot. And Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in a match that I thought was okay. Sami Zayn went one-on-one with Karrion Kross, and this one actually was surprising because of how it almost ended. Because Sami Zayn, in Karrion Kross's mind, Karrion Kross thought that Sami Zayn was not had these evil ideas and had these evil thoughts. And at one point during the match, Scarlett actually handed Sami looked to be like a not a crowbar, but like a pipe type weapon, and Sami was going to use it on Kross, but Sami threw it out of the ring, and then hit the haluva kick for the 1-2-3, and thus pinning Karrion Kross. That one I actually got wrong. I actually picked Karrion Kross to win that one, so that one was one I got wrong. Tiffany Stratton is still your women's champion after she defeated Jade Cargill tonight at SummerSlam Night 1. In a really, I don't want to say it wasn't a good match. It was decent. Jade went for Jaded off the top rope, but Tiffany countered and then went for the prettiest moonsault ever, and that was pretty much it to put Jade down for the 1-2-3. Jade almost won the match a little bit earlier on when she hit Jaded in the ring, but she had Tiffany too close to the ropes, and Tiffany's foot ended up on the bottom rope, and thus the referee did not count the fall. And so that was kind of a mistake by Jade that she made. She should have just pulled her away from the ropes and then pinned her 1-2-3. But in the end, Tiffany Stratton still your women's champion. Drew McIntyre and the Maverick Logan Paul were victorious over Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll, no disrespect, he did do a good job in this match, but I think this should just be a one-off deal. I don't think there should be another one because he did good. Don't get me wrong, he had a good performance, but it wasn't a great performance. He was the one that got pinned in the match by Logan Paul after taking a Claymore and then a frog splash from Logan Paul for that got the win for Logan and Drew. A little bit earlier on in the match, however, it looked like he was taken out because Drew had hit, or I think Logan hit the right hand on Jelly Roll, and then Drew put him on the announce table, and Logan hit a splash from the top rope to the splashing and nailing Jelly Roll, putting him through the announce table. Then the referees were bringing him out, but then he saw Randy Orton was down, so Jelly Roll decided to get back on the apron, and he did okay. Like I said, he did good, but I think this should have just been a one-off deal. And then of course that leads us to what I thought was going to be the main event. However, circumstances. CM Punk challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. Very physical contest. Both guys hit each other. They basically beat each other up. CM Punk controlled the beginning of the match, and then Gunther took over. The turning point of the match came when both men were outside the ring. Gunther got on the Spanish announce table and was like celebrating. Punk tripped him. Gunther landed, and then all of a sudden appeared with bloody, holding his nose. Apparently, I don't know, the way they made it sound was that he broke his nose. He was bleeding, and he continued the fight, but in the end it took not one but two go-to-sleeps from CM Punk to finally put down Gunther, and CM Punk became the new World Heavyweight Champion. However, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, in what is being called the ruse of the century, while CM Punk was celebrating, whose music would hit but whoa, the visionary, the revolutionary, Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth freaking Rollins, who appeared on crutches, told CM Punk that I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna haunt you, and we thought that was gonna be it. Rollins started walking away. Heyman stayed on the entranceway. Rollins stopped, threw his crutches to the side, turned around, took his shades off, unzipped the knee the brace that he had on his leg, grabbed the briefcase, started running to the ring, and cashed in Money in the Bank, attacked CM Punk, then cashed in Money in the Bank, and one stomp later, Seth freaking Rollins is your new World Heavyweight Champion, successfully cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on CM Punk to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. And that is how SummerSlam went off the air, with Rollins, Heyman, Breaker, and Reed celebrating as they stared at the carcass of CM Punk. So that was what wrapped up SummerSlam Night 1. Of course, Night 2 is tomorrow night. And my overall thoughts on Night 1. Great opening match with Roman and Jay versus Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Gunther and CM Punk was actually really good for the main event. And of course, the ruse of the century, Seth Rollins cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on CM Punk and becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. So that pretty much wraps it up here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch Night 2 tomorrow night. I got to find out what my work schedule is going to be for Monday. If I have to go in later Monday, I might be able to watch it. If not, it is what it is. So with that in mind, if you guys watched Night 1 tonight of SummerSlam, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. This has been my WWE SummerSlam Night 1 recap. As always, I am Brian, and I will see you next time. See ya.